Well, jeepers! You're listening to Smash or Pass.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Q&A on the JayBee and Milly channel. I am JayBee and with me of course is Milly.
Hi.
And we have Marsh.
Hello.
And we have Sophie.
Hi. So, first question is, what was your very first Scooby-Doo item?
I want to say Zombie Island because I started with VHS. My mostly was VHS, so it would have been Zombie Island, Alien Invaders, and Witch's Ghost were my main three because I got a Cyberchase on DVD. Never actually owned on VHS as a kid.
Mm.
I used to have like a nice VHS collection until when I went to college. My parents threw away most of the VHS tapes, so I had to rebuy most of them.
So we have a burger pillow. I no idea. I'll blow it up on the screen.
I was about to reach behind to get it.
Can you reach it?
Yeah.
Oh well, if you can reach it, then this will be the optimal. Oh gosh, this one. It was one of the ones that I had from childhood. Don't remember where I got it or how I got it. Oh, the microphone. But it was either thrown away, donated, or one of the dogs ate it for breakfast. But it wasn't with me anymore growing up into adulthood. And so Milly was really kind and helped me find it. So
okay, there's actually a funny story to it though. He was watching it on
no, wait,
eBay.
no, let's not, because this actually makes me sound really like psychotic.
Okay, I went to the full story.
Okay.
So he was watching it on eBay, like, should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? And I told him, so and just get it. Like, you really want it. It's party collection, get it. She's like, I can't. So I bought it without telling him while he was watching it on eBay and really wanted it.
Oh god.
So he thought the only one he'd been able to find had gone without him getting it after I told him to get it, when in reality I'd bought it for him.
Oh my
so
god.
he had a slight reaction, which involves like putting his phone in like a bathtub with the tap running.
What? You said you'd cut it out. You cut nothing out.
No, I didn't.
This is like I've been exposed. That's actually not good. But there's been so many situations like that. Like we had a fight without realizing it over a Spike Funko Pop chase. Like literally in separate rooms, aggressively outbidding each other without realizing that we were the ones that we were outbidding. It's so weird.
Because I wanted to get it for him for Christmas. He wanted to get it for me for Christmas. So we were both bidding for it on eBay without telling the other one that we were bidding for it. So it turned out in the end we were bidding against each other and he won.
Well,
which makes me the cheap one.
Oh gosh.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so I guess my first Scooby item was my brother got me a DVD of The Witch's Ghost, and that's the first Scooby thing I ever owned. And then he also got me, can you find the miniature version of it on there?
Oh yeah.
He got me like the bigger version of the
bottomless pit lake
which
monster.
we do have, but I think it's on the shelves behind us. So
Yeah,
they were, like,
I've only got
my
the little
first two
one.
things. Literally, he was at college for the day. He'd gone shopping in his free period and picked these up at like Tesco or something.
Wait, he went to college?
Yeah, like an hour away from my parents' house.
Huh.
Like an evening course thing. And like we used to pick him up afterwards, and because I was always there to pick him up, he bought me like this Scooby stuff for meeting him. It was kind of sweet.
That is really sweet.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Thank you. That was wholesome.
So if you managed to remember, what was your first Scooby item?
To be honest, I think without knowing it, my mum kind of started me off with my collection. So I think one of the first items I got was, you know, the generic like little action figures, like the poser ones. Yeah. I had all of the gang, obviously, like the main 5-pack. And then I remember having a lot of What's New era movies. So those are like my first starting point, and then it grew from there.
I really like that. That's actually amazing. I love looking back at these things as like little timepieces. I want to revisit like just us back in the past watching these movies for the first time just to like get our reactions, because
I mean, one thing that was really sweet, speaking about like early parts of collections and stuff, is do you remember the Ghost Patrol figures?
Yes, yeah, I've got them. Yeah,
they were one of the first things I owned, and I don't know what happened to them, but I used to love them. And JayBee got me them still in the box, and I kind of want to unbox them.
Oh yeah, at the top, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to unbox them just to like relive my childhood and play with them, but I'm also like, probably shouldn't do that. So the next question we have is, what's your favorite Scooby-Doo kind of adaptation?
Oh crap, maybe Mark can go, because I'm
Mystery Incorporated is my go-to. for Scooby-Doo now. It used to be Where Are You, but Mystery Incorporated, I love that series. The continuation, the dark feel to it, the way it just leaves you on a massive big cliffhanger for season 1, knowing that it's been cancelled and then it's revived again, and then you're like, oh yes, finally get to see what happens. Oh, I love that. I was devastated when they cancelled the first one, thinking, why? You can't leave on a cliffhanger, and then they do season 2 on a cliffhanger. I'm thinking, that's evil.
It is.
They do the butterfly effect, and then that's it. You know, they oh god, who do they speak to some sort of professor that wants them to come meet them, but I think it's the same professor in Happy Halloween, the one that gives them the Mystery Machine X.
Yeah,
and that
I'm
guy,
not sure.
I forgot his name. I did the video that's going up today about it, so I should know the name, but I forgot about.
I think the guy that did the Mystery Machine X, I think that was like a Bill Nye cameo.
Yeah, because I want to feel like it sets in like the same like time span, because it just matches up where they go meet the professor, and then that's where the mystery meant to begin. So it's like an infinity loop of back to where they should be. That's why I think Mystery Incorporated ended on them starting their mystery from the beginning, like where they set off was their first mystery led to Where Are You?
Yeah, see, that's how we always view it, as the kind of precursor to it all, which is so interesting considering the fact that you can almost go and look at the Where Are You era and see that maybe with a bit of like touching up, like you can like edit a bit, you almost can imagine them getting to that stage. So I always enjoy it for that reason.
So for me, it's What's New. I love the style of those, and I also really love all the episodes as well.
Oh, I don't think I can choose. I like to mix and match. Like, I like the Daphne from the 2002 movie, but the Fred from Where Are You? The Shaggy stays the same in everything, so pretty much you can have Shaggy in every era. And then the Velma from What's New, and Scooby again kind of just stays the same. So it's a weird mix for me. A weird mix.
For me, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby are maybe the ones that change the least, whereas Fred and Daphne change a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so many iterations of Fred and Daphne.
I mean, for me, it depends what mood I'm in. So, like, if I want something classic, I feel I'll go back to the older generations. Focus on the gang themselves. I think my favourite variant of the gang is Daphne and Fred from What's New Scooby-Doo, compared to like all the other series, because they've got the most character in them. I mean, I think we can all agree that we weren't the biggest fan of Velma Mystery Incorporated, the way that she treated Shaggy in their first relationship. Obviously, things change, you know, with people's views of Marcy. So, you know, but she's kind of a double-edged sword with Velma Mystery Incorporated. But it does depend what mood I'm in. I mean, I'm always down to watching Be Cool Scooby-Doo because I need a good laugh. So, yeah.
Yeah, that is always a fun series.
I think Be Cool Scooby is kind of underrated, you know. I mean, I know that it's so underrated at this point that the amount of people saying it's underrated is kind of making it not too underrated, but I don't know. I don't really hear it a lot in conversation as much as say some of the others, but
that's true.
I love it a lot.
I mean, I might get cancelled for this, but like Be Cool Scooby-Doo is like definitely my top 3, but Mystery Incorporated doesn't even make my top 5.
Ooh. See, that is quite controversial. I think I've got a very similar
I'm being
opinion of
cancelled
Guess
now.
Who. You imagine that? Like we could clickbait, cancelled. Imagine that, exposed. That is very good, but that's the thing that I love about Scooby. I think that it's a bit like Pokemon. Every version, like every iteration of the show, is someone's favorite and least favorite.
But hear me out, like the thing that makes Scooby so good is this isn't just a debate that like we can have. This is a debate that a lot of people can have with their parents who watched it at a different era. It's a debate that we could probably have with our children in 10 years' time. Like, it's a debate for everybody, because like everyone's kind of like, there's a one that they grew up with, or the one that was on TV the most, like rerunning when they were growing up, that's like just kind of stuck in their mind.
Yeah.
Like, I think the reason I like What's New so much is purely because it was the one that was constantly on when I was little. So it's like, that's my one. Like, that song and everything. That's my
like
Scooby.
Doctor Who, isn't it? It's like Doctor Who. At least the way, and that's a very UK centric reference. But I think it's in America now, so I think people will get it.
Okay, so the next question we have is, what would you like? Would you like to see a Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo crossover?
Yes. It's a yes from me.
Yes.
I feel like the two would lend to themselves quite well.
I love Tom and Jerry.
Okay, I think that would be really good. So, it could even be, part of what this next answer, the next question could be as well. So, when do you think the next Scooby-Doo series is? I'd quite happy to see a Tom and Jerry Scooby-Doo crossover series. That would be fun.
Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry too. Or Scooby, Tom and Jerry.
They can do it as shorts like they did years ago with the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo.
Oh,
So they can,
yeah.
at least for shorts, you get your episodes, but there'd be like 2 to 3 mysteries.
I just wonder what the
make it
story
happen.
is, because the Tom and Jerry thing is like they go through shenanigans, but they're like chasing each other.
Yeah,
whereas
because
the
they
gang
don't
can't
speak.
solve
That's the thing. They
things.
got to use
Yeah.
other ways of communicating to go
I
use the
wonder how
entire
they do
environment.
that. Or what I'd like to see, which would kind of be funny, it's like you said with the shorts, they could do Mystery Inc. entering a house that they think is haunted, but all of the kind of goings on and shenanigans and like the noises they hear,
It's just
are
from
like,
them.
yeah, a direct result of them just chasing each other around the house.
So you watch the short
funny.
from Tom and Jerry's perspective, then you watch it from the gang's perspective.
Oh, that would be great.
That
Let's
could probably
do
work.
that. Let's do that.
I think a cute concept would be, because Scooby's a dog, and like in some adaptations he chases after cats, not all of them, but some. Like him and Jerry. Jerry.
Tom's the cat.
Him and Jerry would team up against Tom the cat.
Or it could be Scooby chasing Tom, chasing Jerry, who's chasing
That could be the artwork.
a fly.
Yeah,
you know, like
one
how
after
on
the
What's
other.
New you get the silhouette artwork.
Ooh.
That could be the silhouette artwork for that.
I like that. That's actually really good.
I like
I
it.
enjoy it. We should do it. We should pitch it.
But yeah, I think it'd be a really fun crossover.
I mean, out of all the Hanna-Barbera things, obviously Scooby's my favourite, but Tom and Jerry then will be second because of the comedy. I mean, like you said, the comedy aspect of it would be perfect. All the silly shenanigans that they can get up to. So I think it'd be the perfect crossover.
Yeah, it would be a really fun crossover to see. And I guess next question is, when do we all think the next Scooby-Doo series is going to be, and possibly what it'll be?
Next year.
It has to be next year.
Yeah.
There's not enough time now in the year to do it.
Do we think it's going to be just another series of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, or do we think they're going to have something original?
I think they're going to go back to the original roots. So instead of guest stars, they're going to go back to normal mystery solving.
Yeah.
But hopefully it might do it like around the world where they just keep traveling, but it's a
Ooh.
continuation.
Well, do we think that the new series of Scooby will be before or after the Velma series premieres? Because we could be holding off to not overlap too much.
I think they're going to see Velma as been an independent series.
That comes out next year.
Yeah.
The Velma one was supposed to.
What about Mystery Pups? When's that?
That's like 2024, isn't it?
Yeah, that's God, we still got another 2 years for that.
So the target audience for that movie or for that series may not even be born yet. How cute is that?
Do you think that they will do something new in 2023 when they've got 2 projects upcoming?
Knowing one and no, but then I can't see them not. I can't see them not doing it.
I don't know. It's curious, and it'll be good to see what does happen.
It's like how long's a piece of string, isn't it? Like, isn't there like a genuine thing that people can map, at least recently, the amount of years between series? Like, not like for like Pup Named Scooby-Doo and 13 Ghosts, but I think there was there were 2 seasons of What's New, and then a gap. Then Mystery Incorporated for 2 seasons, then a gap, and then Guess Who. And now we're in that same gap stage that I would assume that the times between the other ones were kind of similar, so that we can almost predict when we're due another one. I just don't know when that would be.
See, I'd kind of disagree with you in a little bit in that I think Scooby's breaking its pattern at the minute. Like, there was a pattern of 2 Scooby-Doo movies a year, and this year they've scrapped Holiday Haunt and had to drop Trick or Treat out of nowhere. Like, it was just announced one day, like, hey everyone, just so you know, we may have cancelled this, that means this is now happening, kind of thing. Like, I genuinely believe that without Holiday Haunt being cancelled, Trick or Treat wouldn't be coming when it is. It would still be coming because it was obviously there to drop, but I think the release times would look different. But we've also broken that 2 Scooby-Doo movies a year because we're definitely only going to get one this year. There isn't time for 2. So I think Scooby could be kind of altering its time parameters and stuff, and we could be seeing something a bit different. We know that the Velma series is coming, and we know Mystery Pups is too. Mystery Pups is meant to come out, I think we said 2024. So that means that realistically, will they want to do something when they've only got a year to do it? Maybe not a new concept, which would mean a 3rd series of And Guess Who, if anything.
I think next year we get the crypto movie in terms of movies, and I think we get Holiday Haunt next year. So maybe that's a bit optimistic, but I think we get it next year for next Christmas. But I don't know. Shows, I have no clue though. No. I think it will take someone wiser than me to predict something like that.
Maybe that person's Sophie.
Hey.
No, not really. I think I agree with Milly with the idea that the series, it's at that sort of point where it's stuck as where to go. Obviously we know that the next series coming out is Velma, which, you know, is very controversial. I think probably to plan maybe Crypto was meant to come out early this year, and obviously it got pushed back, but was it the other week there was leaked screenshots of some of the scenery in it with Scooby and Shaggy. That means it's coming soon, so I would predict like early next year, like March maybe.
Yeah,
I don't think Scooby knows what's going on, because we knew about Trick or Treat like a year ago at this point, didn't we? Wasn't there like a whole schedule of like upcoming Warner Brothers things, and then like on the bottom it's just a Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo with like the Guess Who art style? And
I think this is the thing. I feel like they're making products and they're just going to release them when they feel like it's the right time to just drop something. Like, from speaking to people and just from what we're witnessing as well, it seems very much like Warner Brothers almost have a catalogue, and it's just kind of sometimes a little bit like, oh, let's just put this one out, as opposed to this is what we're running with, this is when it's going to be finished, this is when it's going to be edited, and this is the release date. It's, let's create this, then it's on the shelf, and then one day we'll pick it off the shelf and drop it onto a DVD. It's kind of my thoughts.
I think they only chucked out maybe Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo because I think that was one of the rumours going around, or theories that was the end of Guess Who now, and then like the movie will be like the final wrap up of the Guess Who style. Because obviously the crypto movie goes back to the 2010 direct-to-video, which we've been having for the past 10 or so years. So new era anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. That's the one kind of factor that really plays into when they release things, is the art style. Because like you said, this is going to be in the Guess Who art style. And so they kind of have to fit it in. And then it's like, do they keep it and then have to release another series to keep it relevant? Or do they release a movie that's in a different art style? And obviously they can do that with Scoob, and they could have done that with Scoob Holiday Haunt, because that's a different existence of its own. I don't know, I feel like that's the only thing kind of binding them into anything.
Yeah. And we don't know if there's like a special guest in Trick or Treat yet. And in fact, when will we know? Because it's, as of recording this, it's meant to come out tomorrow. So can we literally watch it at midnight, or is it going to be like a US like time zone there?
You know, I don't know.
I haven't thought about it. I'm just waiting for the DVD. So
oh gosh, yeah.
Yes. So if it comes out at midnight, that's not good for me and for work and for having to get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh really?
At all. But we'll see what happens with that, because I feel like if it is out at midnight, you can just wake me up and we'll watch it.
Oh yeah, we can like power nap.
Yeah, why not?
Camp out by the laptop.
I mean, I presume it would be the 4th, when it is the 4th, whenever you are on the 4th of October. Yeah, the 4th of October, yeah. I had to think about it then.
One of the few benefits of being in the UK and the Scooby-Doo community at once.
Well, that's the
if
thing.
That happens, we could get it 6 hours.
It's just like crossing over
ahead. And now I'm feeling like I need to power nap, like now.
Well, the thing is, there's people obviously in America that often get sponsored and they get sent like free DVDs. And that's awesome, right? I think they get it a good 5, maybe more or less days early. But always when you pre-order on Amazon in the UK, you always get it the same day that the early release people get it in America. I've found,
Yeah,
at least
we've been
over
lucky with
here.
a couple of things where it almost like came across to people like it was sponsored because we either got the DVD early or like with when they launched Mario Kart Home Circuit, ours arrived 2 days early.
Like, the
before
software wasn't
release.
even out.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
got to like do a couple of videos, but
yeah, the past 2 Scooby movies I've actually ordered from eBay, and they've been a good few days before the release date. So that's what I'm hoping to do this time round. So
that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And really, there's no reason for them not to, because you could just go and see it somewhere else. So it shouldn't have like this huge kind of secrecy and hold on it. There was something where we managed to get the new Spider-Man movie 2 days early.
I think it was more like 2, 3, like 4 days early,
Like
just in Morrison's.
Yeah, our like local supermarket just had it on the shelf. Like I think the order had arrived, some new person had put it out, so we saw it, picked it up, and was like, "Oh, great, let's get this." And then we went to shops like HMV, and they didn't have it. And we're looking out for it for the next few days, and nowhere else had it. And we've been sat there watching it, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So the next question is, have we heard anything about, or are we looking forward to episode 2 of Mystery Incorporated?
Well, like anything in general, like
It just says anything about Mystery Incorporated. I guess this is on its Instagram that they've started recording episode 2.
Oh,
yeah. I keep up with it. And they posted yesterday some promotion for episode 1. Like they did like a reel of the cast, like kind of looking as the cast does, saying, "Hey gang, like, you know, episode 1's out now on YouTube." You know, so I think maybe that was like a Halloween thing. They were like promoting it, doing that extra push for spooky season. But it's showing that the cast and crew are still very much active, and I don't know when they're gonna start filming. I know they shared the script for like the first page of the script for episode 2.
I'm sure when they did that post, they said that they'd been recording it.
I'll include the post in the screen. I want to get a few of the cast members on the show at some point though, because we've had Dade Elza, who's awesome, but I'm gonna see if I can get everyone on eventually. So Nick, we'll see.
For a fan-made like Scooby-Doo show, they pulled it off. Episode 1, I loved. Episode 1, they killed it. They did it right, how it should be. I feel like Warner Bros. Should take notice and be like, right, this is how you do an actual live action show. Not like Daphne and Velma movie that we got, where I still stop for saying, okay, if the budget was there and they had better cast, it could have been pulled off. But then you see this show with Mystery Incorporated, bunch of people coming together, pretty much no budget at all, 100 times more better.
I'm sure in the last Q&A we got asked what our least favourite Scooby adaptation was, and I said Daphne.
I mean, I don't think Daphne and Velma was my least favourite, but it's when it's ridiculous. Like literally a fight scene is a close-up of Velma, and she's just there doing that, and that's like the big finale.
Yeah, have you heard anything from Jessica or about episode
Jessica? I've heard nothing from Jessica. I'd like to though. Not in a weird way. Like, I mean, like from like a strictly.
I think other than what's been announced on the Instagram of like the recording, there's the script. That's it, I think.
But I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, I've heard like nothing else on it. Know much as you guys, but yeah, we'll find out hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see it soon because I did really enjoy it. I'm hoping
the first one was brilliant.
It really was, and I'm kind of hoping that they don't leave too long before releasing episode 2, because I feel like if you can release them close enough together, you can keep a lot of hype around it and keep a lot of audience attached to it and looking forward to it, and hopefully that'd then like give them the boost to be able to record the 3rd one and everything. Okay, and I think the last question is, who's your dream interview guest?
Oh, that's an interesting one for Mark. Either one that we've done before or a new person, because there's so many Scooby people.
There's so many. I probably the dream one I would love to interview is Matthew Leonard. I would love to have a chance to just sit down and chat to him about all his success, because he's still in, like, even before Scoob, he was in Hackers, and I want to ask about that role, because the way it was designed back then, like old school, like special effects. It's something you don't get to see often in films that ask people about. It's all done in the green room. So I would love to have a chance to actually sit down and chat to him, because that could be a long video. Because he's worked on loads. He's still doing stuff today.
He's doing. He had a voice part, I think, in the new Scream, but I think they're gonna bring him back for like a future Scream movie. Like they have to at some point.
Yeah.
And then what? He was in that Addison Rae movie.
Because they never confirmed his death in Scream. He just had a TV
I think they were gonna
fell on
have
his
him.
head.
There's like a curiosity with that, where they were gonna bring him back for Scream 2, and the kind of reveal was going to be that he's been like orchestrating kind of like a load of deaths in the school from his prison cell, because he just got sent to prison. But because like a certain tragedy happened in America, they were like, no, we can't do that, let's change it, or something like that. So they were going to bring him back, but then I think they changed it. So they should bring him back again. I'd love to see it. I'm reaffirming what I said. I would really love the chance to speak to Victor Cook, just because not only did he work on Mystery Incorporated, which is I enjoy it. Obviously, Sophie here might have a different opinion, but also Spectacular Spider-Man, which is like for me S-tier Spider-Man, episodes of the Lilo and Stitch series. So it's nostalgia upon like something new as well. So I think Victor Cook would be like the dream interview. Obviously discounting all the ones we've done before because they've all been a dream, but you know, yeah. What about you? Is yours Dade Elza?
We interviewed Dade Elza.
Okay,
I'd say that initially my mind kind of shot to Raja Gosnell because I love the live action movie. It was the first time I was allowed to watch Scooby because my parents don't like animation. But ultimately I kind of think through doing the 20th anniversary episodes, I feel like there's nothing short of putting the movie on the screen that they can do. Because I feel like Kent Bader and people like that kind of just were like, this is the deleted scenes, like this is it. So there's kind of nothing left to unearth.
Oh, James Gunn.
And so to that end, I'm just going to say Grey DeLisle because Daphne was always my favourite character and like she was my childhood Daphne. So Grey DeLisle.
Well, just briefly, I don't hate Mystery Incorporated. I've actually got a Mystery Incorporated t-shirt on right now. So that counts for something. But apart from Grey, I think the ultimate person to interview would be Frank Welker.
Yes.
I mean, how could you not? That would be the dream come true. And like,
it is. I think the reason I didn't say that is purely out of intimidation.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the times you did it with Nick Pilates, they like entered the Zoom. I just out JayBee and everything. I'm so sorry. But like they entered the Zoom and JayBee was just like, and normally he does the introductions and stuff, and I was looking at him like, if you don't talk that means I have to, and then it just like launched into me speaking, like introducing everyone in the Zoom, just like, okay, so this is this person, JayBee, say hi.
I mean, even people that wouldn't want to go out of their way to belittle me, I think even picked up on that. I think when we finished, there was like a 2-minute pause, and then Smash was just like, so what happened to you? And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, I was starstruck, I think. And but yeah, I don't know how you would go about doing like Frank Welker interview like professionally, because every time he talks, wouldn't you just want to go, oh my gosh, he's talking? Like,
pinch me moment.
That's crazy.
It would be like, I feel like it would be one of those where like we all got the syndrome that you did when Nick entered, and we'd all just be sat looking at him like,
what do we do now?
I wondered that he just enters the Zoom call and there's just like,
he's gonna think there's an internet connection issue
5
because we're all just
faces
sat there like
staring at him, and every time he answers a question, it's just everyone leaning in like, yeah. Oh no, he should decline that interview based on the fact that I think I don't think we'd be able to get him off the call. I think it would just be like, please, can we keep you?
I don't think we'd be able to speak. I genuinely don't.
No, that's crazy.
It would be too much.
A bit cray. I guess if you want to see more kind of discussions like this, then please like, comment, and subscribe. And we shall see you next time. We could even end it how we always end the Q&As and cover the camera. Boom.
Boom.